Hey everybody, Ed Homewood, Old Guy Hi-Fi channel. I hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Fosi Audio ZP-3 preamplifier. So do me a favor, sit back, relax, and we'll get going on this review. So what is the Fosi Audio ZP-3? Well, it is a $199 fully balanced preamplifier, and it's got some really cool features. I'll put specifications up here, but the high points are, it's got individual bass and treble controls. It's got the ability to take 2 line level in and 1 XLR in and can output on single-ended or balanced. The other nice thing too is it's got built-in bass management. So it's got a high-pass filter and it's got a low-pass filter built in, which I think is really fascinating because it does have a sub out. We'll look at the front, we'll look at the back. I'll actually put pictures in, but I'm not going to go inside, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Again, good connectivity on it, nice form factor, includes a nice full-featured remote control. You can swap op amps, but I'm actually going to talk about that because I reached out to the folks at Fosi Audio and they sent me a video of some of their technicians in China showing how to swap op amps in this, and it is a rather involved process, and I'll show some video clips of it. I'm not going to open it up, and I'll explain why when we look at that. This is a nice unit. Now, I don't find a lot of use for a standalone preamp on my desktop. Now, in a second audio system or a background music system, yeah, it might work well. And as you saw in the B-roll, I was using it on the desktop with 2 of the V3 monos and the ZD3 DAC, which I really like as well. So that was a really nice combination for desktop, second system, whatever. This is a nice piece for that application. Anything above that, I'm not sure I would go that way with it anyway. So good components, nicely built, good volume control circuit, good premium parts inside. It's really a nice piece for the $199. I think it's a hell of a buy. So anyway, let's do this. I'm going to talk about the front panel. We're going to talk about the back panel. I'll show you that clip from China on how to get into this thing, and then I'll summarize and we'll get out of here. I'll insert some close-up pictures of the front panel. It's actually kind of nicely laid out. Beautiful casework, by the way. So power button, push on, and then you push quickly to cycle through the 3 inputs, the 2 RCA inputs and the XLR input. You have bass and treble controls. You have plus or minus 6 dB of treble control and plus or minus 12 dB of bass control. And as I mentioned, it does have a high-pass filter, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then a volume control. Now, this is just the volume knob just spins. It's got a nice little detent feel to it. When you first take this out of the box and go to connect it, rotate the volume knob all the way so that you're bringing the volume level down and it's not going to blast you out. So anyway, let's do this. Let's look at the bottom, let's look at the back, and then I'll show you that clip from China about getting inside this thing. So looking at the bottom, hopefully I can get the light on it so you can see it. I'm going to insert a close-up picture of it. You've got a tone-controlled defeat switch, which I really like. It takes those tone control circuits out of the path, theoretically for better sound. Then you've got the crossover, the high-pass settings for 80 to 20,000 hertz, 120 to 20,000 hertz, and then on the sub, you're going to get 20 hertz to 200 hertz. So now let's take a quick look at the back of this unit. Looking at the back panel, and I'll insert a close-up picture of it over here. Built-in power supply. So you've got this weird kind of rounded off power supply, like a laptop power supply, master power switch, 12-volt trigger, obviously to trigger amplifiers, balanced out, single-ended out, sub out, balanced in, and then 2 RCA single-ended inputs. So a nice little configuration for sure. Now I'm going to run an edited version of all the clips that Fosi sent me from their technicians in the factory showing how to do op amp swapping. It's a couple minutes long. I may truncate it here and then add it at the end of the video so you can watch the whole thing. Actually, I sped up part of it. But what I want you to see is this is not easy to get into, which is why I didn't do it. So anyway, you're going to see the video. I'm going to look at it on the screen over here while I talk about it. So let's get started. Well, as you can see, they're peeling off the side panels, these panels here, and it's very difficult to get at them. You'll notice the guy's using a shim or actually he's using a feeler gauge to try to peel it off, and you'll notice it's deforming the plastic portion of it like it's adhered to it. And then I didn't feel real comfortable. Now they switch sides. I don't know why, but here's the curious thing. All of a sudden, you can see it peeling away. It's adhesive. I don't know if it's going to ruin the side panel or not, but all of a sudden they cut away and it's gone. They didn't bother showing how it all comes off. They're taking the sides off with screws. And again, I've got this speeded up. And you can see this is extraordinarily complicated. Look at all the screws you got to remove. Look at all of the work you got to do. Now you got to take all of the front panels off, everything, to get the circuit board out. Then you can swap op amps. There's 2 op amps to swap. I'll tell you, the unit sounded fine with just the standard op amps in it. But you can see what's going on. And again, I sped all of this up. And they're just showing how to insert op amps. And I think they're using SX52Bs there. It's what it looks like to me. It could be a Sparkos op amp too. I don't see the Sparkos logo on it, but it could be. So you do have the option, but oh my goodness, is it a long and involved process? And now they're putting it all back together. You got to put all the screws back in. Look at all the fiddliness it is to try to get this thing back together. And you'll notice they cut away because it probably took a really, really long time to get all of this done. Anyway, that's what it looks like. I'll put the whole video at the end after the final titles. If you're interested in trying to do this, I don't really, you know, like I said, it sounded great with the stock op amps. I think I would rather spend my time swapping op amps in a DAC than on a preamp necessarily, although you can get some benefit from it. When I did the ZD3 review, you'll remember that I put Burson V7 Classics in it, and I thought that sounded great. And I think I get more benefit from swapping op amps in a DAC than I do almost anything else in the rest of the chain. But anyway, your mileage may vary. So that's watching the technicians in China swap op amps on the ZP3. Well, as you can see from that video, it's a bit of an involved process swapping op amps, so I didn't. As you also saw in the B-roll, kind of gave you an idea how I tested it. On my desktop, I used it with the Fosi V3 monos, and that was very good. I used it with the IEMA A70 monos. That was very good. And I used it with my daily driver, the Cambridge Audio MXW70, and that was very nice. That's a nice combination if you're going to just use the MXW70 or any of these amps by themselves, and you're not doing it with a headphone, amp, DAC, whatever, which is normally what I do. So anyway, so for DACs, I use the Fosi ZD3, which was a really nice combination. I really like that DAC for the money. And I also like it with the Burson V7 Classic op amps in it. That's a really good combination. I also used it with my Gishelli J2S, which of course runs the Burson V7 Vivids. And then I used it with the FIO K11 R2R, which is a lovely little headphone amp DAC. Really nice combination. Now for speakers, I primarily use the Luca Chesky's LC1 speaker, which I have in the big room right now for listening. And I also use the AQ Acoustic Quality Labrador speakers from the Czech Republic. And very, very nice sounding, no question about it. So this is actually a very decent unit if you need a preamp. I will be honest with you, typically on my desktop, I run a headphone amp DAC, like this unit here, which you'll see a review of soon. Or maybe something like you could even use the K11 R2R as a preamp headphone amp with other amps as a substitution. But for reducing the amount of clutter I have on my desktop, because it's always got a ton of stuff on it, I typically don't have an actual application for a preamp. But if I did, this would be a great one. And for 199 bucks, I think it's absolutely excellent. Sounds good, it's easy to use. The remote control is a convenient feature. And again, for a secondary system or for, a background music system, I think it would be very good. For critical listening, no, not so much. It's nice, but it's not that good. So anyway, that is a wrap up on the Fosi Audio ZP3. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you'd be willing to give me a like and your subscription. That would be great. I'd like to thank my channel members, my subscribers, and my viewers. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I appreciate it. In the spirit of full disclosure, there will be an Amazon affiliate link to this product in the pinned comment and in the video description. There will also be a channel membership link in the pinned comment and in the video description if you are so inclined to support the channel that way. I'd appreciate it. Also, too, if you want to, Along the bottom on the right-hand side, if you're watching on your device or a computer, there is a thank you button. You're welcome to do that, and I do appreciate that as well. In the video description, I didn't do music in this one. This is not a piece that I'm going to be using an awful lot in the future, maybe in a secondary system, so I just wanted to get through the review of it so you guys were aware of it, and that's really kind of it. There is a link, obviously, to the Community Post playlist. There's some great music there. There are some additional affiliate links in the video description. You guys understand that. Comment, let me know, where are you at with this kind of stuff? Is this a thing that would work on your desktop, or would it add too much clutter, which is kind of the case I have with it. But it's a really nice product, no question about it. Anyway, comment, let me know your thoughts. So please, like, subscribe, comment. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to. My name is Ed Homewood. This is the Old Guy Hi-Fi channel, and I always say the same thing. Please take some time, put on some beautiful music, sit back, just relax, and enjoy your day. Thank you so much for your time. I'm grateful for it. I hope you have a wonderful day.